There are thoughts. It's not thoughts are happening to me. It is not this is my thought. There are thoughts. Similarly, there are sensations. It's not that this sensation is happening to me. That part has been cut off. There is some feeling, intense feeling, but it's not happening to me. It is not mine. I just notice it like I notice a wave. A wave makes itself noticed. See me, I am this huge wave. Okay, I see you. That's it. It is not happening to me. The to me has been cut off. Yeah. Are you experientially there? Yeah. This is the little easy part. The difficult part is the perception of sight, sound, smell, taste, touch. This perception of sight is happening. Not to me, not with me, not for me, not against me. Me is not in the picture. I am not there. This perception of sight is happening. Whatever is happening, your family member is doing drama, you're watching the war, you're watching whatever news, you're engaged in Advaitin homework, whatever, something. This is happening. It is not happening to me. Yeah? Intense things, perception of touch. The touch is happening of the family member, not happening to me. Yeah? The taste of food. The taste of food, the flavor is happening, not experienced by me. Yeah? The smell is there, not experienced by me. It is there. Are you seeing this? Yeah? The cutting off is what has happened before you have started taking the journey out. Clear? That is what this instruction is. This chapter's instruction is that this cut-off has happened with you, the mind. If the cut-off has not happened, then your journey is not successful. You're still stuck here. You're not able to start the outward journey. How will you start the outward journey? If the to me, the with me, the for me has been cut off. It is happening. There are thoughts, there are feelings, there are sensations, there are perceptions, but nothing is happening to me, for me, with me. I am not the experiencer, I am not the doer. Action is happening, not by me. The by me is cut off already. Then only have you managed to take that first step in the outward journey. Is the first step very clear? Yeah. So that is why now intense practice. He has given you exact instructions. What to say to the mind, how to get out of it, how to challenge the mind. Yes. Sometimes you will do it with aggression with the mind. Sometimes you will have to play it kindly, sometimes with compassion, sometimes with some cajoling. Somehow you will have to bring the mind towards the nothingness and let it experience its own dissolution. Yes, and then the mind comes out and recognizes that yes, I am consciousness, I am not the thought. Yeah. So then whatever happens is happening. There is no to me, for me, by me, etc. No me there, no I there. Is this clear? It is on autopilot. It always was. Even in the past, I ignored it. I chose to become this person and say, see, I am doing. I am the doer. See, I am experiencing. It is happening to me. So I was kind of pulling a veil over my own eyes. I was blinding my own self earlier. It was on autopilot earlier also. Now I see the truth and I have the courage to accept it. It's the courage basically that has come. Before this there was no courage. Yeah. Now the courage has come. If you remember, long ago when we did Ashtavakra, we did the word Veeraha. You need to be very brave, very strong to see this truth. Yeah, you have to be Veer. Why bravery is required? Bravery is required so you can let go of what you thought is mine, is I. Yes, it was the false I, which is equal to the ego. Now you can say the ego is willingly letting go of everything that was I and mine. It is willingly relinquishing everything. Yeah, so for that a lot of virta is required. Clear? Yeah, so it was always on autopilot. I ignored it before, now I acknowledge the truth. Even if it hurts the ego, it's okay. It's not me. I am untouched. I always was untouched. I fooled myself earlier that I am getting touched, I'm getting tainted, I'm getting hurt. I am feeling all this. Now I don't fool myself anymore. Simple. Just a simple transition. First it was ignorance. Now the ignorance is removed. Simple. But it has to be moment to moment. This was a very neutral situation. You are alone by yourself walking. I'm talking about those situations where Shailaja, the mom, comes into the picture. Shailaja, the wife, comes into the picture. Shailaja, the professional. How dare you say this? I know the project better than you. That kind of a thing comes into the picture. That's where you forget. That's where our suffering comes up, no? I have to remove suffering totally. I want to strip off my entire life, every little corner of my life of suffering. So I have to recognize it in every field, at home, at work, with friends, with my spiritual circle also. In every avenue have I recognized, oh, this false I, this person, it's forgetting the truth. Yeah, it's assuming something wrong. There is some mistake in this situation. Am I able to correct it immediately? Am I able to see it amidst drama? That Shailaja, the mother, is being firm with the child. It is required to train that child. But all this is happening in me, the field of awareness. I am not Shailaja, the mother. That kind of seeing. Then you know these are not the mother and daughter. You don't see them as I and you. You just see it as the field of consciousness. It's happening all in me. Everything is in a deep sleep state. Yes, where the sense of I versus you has dropped completely. Even if that slight feeling of I versus you is there, you can sense it inside. It's an uncomfortable feeling. Yeah, when that drops, there's a very sweet peace. There's a very sweet peace which is overwhelmingly powerful. It is there in the entire field of awareness. The moment there is this sense of I and you, it's that little ripple in that stillness lake, in the still lake. Yeah? And you recognize it. Yeah? So it's very subtle. Now I have to drop this Dvaitam feeling, this subtle churning, this subtle ripple. I have to learn to let it rest and just come back to this sweet peace. Yeah, so moment to moment to moment, not just in neutral situations, dramatic situations too. Yeah.
By practicing this for a long time, first I fell to the mind with all its dramatic things, and then taking the step back, able to observe, go back and forth for some time, and then settling in that peace for some longer time. And then while settling in that for a longer time, what I observed was there is a pattern, maybe from my experience, there's a pattern for the mind. It just gets low in this, it's like seasonal. And then initially I was like falling for that also. And then after a long time I figured out that, oh, there is a pattern for this. It happens in cycles. And then when the cycle comes, I'm like, okay, this is how it works. And afterwards, even when it came, it was like, okay, there is a storm. It didn't affect. So this was like, I wanted to share, like, this was the journey. I think it's meant to go this flow, and then meant to know that this is how it works. And then once it worked, and once it knows this is how it is, it's like it doesn't matter anymore. It's like you've understood it, the whole process. It's okay to fail in this process. It's okay to go in the wrong direction, where it's like, okay, come back. You do that multiple times, and maybe the maturity was there to even understand that without going into the ego, and coming in the right direction. So what I'm sharing is like, if you're always in the right direction without falling, you would not understand it in a whole complete perspective. Because earlier I was like, I want to only come and share the good and nice things, so that you will say, oh, good job. And then, the next thing, afterwards it was like so transparent. And that being that transparent actually helps even the tiny bit of ego there. Correct. And I was once stuck in that rasa swar where, oh, it's so peaceful. Then you make me out that as well. And then it's okay to fail and go into all the nooks and corners, have the ego come up, or ego being pushed down by you, or feeling that break. Everything, once one experiences everything, it's a complete package. Like you said, there's no more correction. Or sometimes I would say right now, at least a month ago, mom was the difficult person, the only person who was pending to see as this is the thought, or this word is a thought. But I think it's slowly transitioning there as well. It's like, it's all me only. Kind of that transition is happening. So that's what I wanted to share. It's okay to go back and forth, up and down, sideways, and then have a complete understanding.
Yes. I hope you all got what she's saying. It's okay to fail. Yeah, it's okay to fall, because then you understand yourself even better. She's understood even from the falls, because she didn't take it personally. Who is this I to take this personally? Where is this I? The I disappears when you go looking for it. There is no I. Oh, I was the one criticized. I was the one picked up, pointed out. Where is this I? Show me. And then you see it's not there. You keep recognizing all these things. And finally, you don't get fooled anymore. Yeah, the self-foolery stops. Yes? So having the courage to go through this process, that is what is required. Go through the process. Willingly, voluntarily. Yes, I go through this process. Yeah? And then watch the ego die. That's fun. That's a lot of fun. At the end when you see the ego die, it's a lot of fun. Yeah. You'll have the sigh of relief. Aha. Finally. Sit and write your letter to the mind. Yeah, very important. You can make it whatever. Love letter to the mind. Be romantic with your own mind. Because you have to be very kind sometimes. Sometimes you have to cajole the mind. Yeah? Always being strict with the mind doesn't work, no? So write a love letter to your mind. Okay? So stay online, write your letter, send it to me. Yeah? If you feel like sharing it, send it to me. And then you can log off. Okay? The whole week keep practicing. I will see you next week. And if you have any doubts that, oh, my outward journey has not started yet, you might want to repeat this video and keep instructing your mind again and again and again. You cannot be stuck at Brahman Satyam. Yes, that's a very strong warning for you. No getting stuck at Brahman Satyam. I have to start walking outwards towards the Jagat. I have to do this proper journey, Jagat Mithya. Clear?